days too bright outside, 'cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you bet you're nice, you're so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side, and it's smooth how you move, 'cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it, thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
This is the 2KMC, and we're one vote away from picking your top play of spring. This week, you'll decide the winner of 500,000 VC of the last 8 weeks. Here are your spring finalists. For your first finalist, we have Alex Power 5, soaring over the GOAT in My Team with Baron Davis, reminding us that anything can happen in My Team. And your second finalist,
The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Joined now by Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, one of the quickest players in league history, Kenny the Jet Smith. I almost feel like I should say your name fast, because that's the way you played the game.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, it's good to have you.
But is the show going to be fast? Because I heard like it's a little bit less time down here than it is up top.
Well, I think it goes by so quickly.
It's not quite jet quick, but it does play with some pace.
Because when you guys are home sleeping, we're still on the air.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that.
That is true.
We're actually,
that is true.
we might be having a teeth or two after.
There it is.
On the air.
There it is. And that is true.
Whatever that is.
DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks very much. This is the era of positionless basketball in the NBA. Celtics coach Brad Stevens said, "I don't have the 5 positions anymore. It's as simple as 3, either a ball handler, a wing, or a big. We've become more versatile as the years have gone on. And guys, teams are now looking for players who provide that kind of versatility. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A.
And you look at the finishes for the Blazers the last few years. They can compete in the West, but the team is still trying to figure out how to make it that next step. Do you see that happening in the foreseeable future?
Oof. The team has a lot of talent, but a lot of injured talent, and when they're healthy, and we could see what all of their players collectively can do, but the West is brutal. I don't know if they can get through it.
I go back to their issue is the same we've always seen. Like, you go back when Dominique Wilkins was a great player. It wasn't that he wasn't great. It was just some guys greater. Larry and that team, Magic and his group, Dr. J and his group, and you have a similar dynamic now. Like, Dame Lillard is an all-time great player, but those other teams that he's trying to battle against, man, they just have guys that might be just a step above.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Smart, the guards. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Williams at the center position. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Damian Lillard.
And, of course, the Celtics traded back from number 1 to number 3 to draft Tatum in terms of readiness and absolute steal.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Tatum nails them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Kenny, your teammate Akeem Olajuwon, a lead on both ends. Who do you think is the best all-around big man in the game right now?
Well, as great as Akeem was, Shaq was probably just the greatest ball handler as guys today. You think about that, like Giannis and Embiid, those two come to mind. They probably would have gave it to Shaq, but he would have had his share.
Here's Lillard. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. High post, Nurkic. He's against Williams. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
Here's Smart. Goes back up. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And the basket by Lillard.
In motion, Dame is dangerous. He's unpredictable, and he can shoot it at any moment.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here's Smart. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Smart's got 6.
Oh, good defense there, but Smart locked on target.
McCollum outside. And another 3 for Portland.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
For these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Powell with it, picked up by Brown. Powell, no one around him. A miss that time would have put him up.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Smart. And the Celtics hit again from deep. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard, the pass to Powell. McCollum against Tatum. Back to Powell. The pass to McCollum. Fires from deep. No good that time. Now the Celtics take it the other way. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
In-game adjustments are critical. They did an awesome job taking what the defense gave them.
Not too many teams have been able to win back-to-back titles in the NBA, but Kenny, you were a part of one of those elite groups with the Houston Rockets. Mentally, that's got to be very difficult to repeat.
Yes, the second year is much tougher.
Yeah. Why? Why is it?
Because you become, I call fat cat-itis or complacent. You know, you got guys who were 8th, 9th, 10th man on the team. They're getting TV commercials now. They're coming on the plane with shades. You know, instead of hard hats, you know, they got on velvet hats. It's just a different environment for guys who have not been accustomed to being stars, now being stars.
And not to mention, you go from being the hunter to the hunted. Like, that's a part of it, too, because now you get everybody's best.
Everybody.
And here is Tatum, following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Tatum dishes to Walker. And Smart with the basket on the assist by Walker. And that's now 11 points for Marcus Smart. Ball's knocked loose. Trailblazers trail by 8. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Tatum leading the charge. To the wing on the left. Covington with it, now guarded by Tatum. Kicks to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. McCollum passes to Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. From deep, Walker bangs home the trifecta.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. 8-point game. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to McCollum. Here's Simons. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Smart with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Shoots. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach, Kenny, has talked about how the three-point shot is ruining the game. What do you say when you hear that?
Well, he's a participant of that.
I was about to say, like, he's the one that brought it to the forefront more than anybody.
Of it. But I think overall, yes, because people now take bad threes over good twos. So players don't have worse shot recognition.
I think they took bad twos just as much as they take bad threes. I mean, I'd never forget my college coach said, I had a teammate took a shot. It was a bad shot. And I got on him about it. And coach looked at me and he said, hey, you know, don't yell at our shooting guards. He said, I never met a player that took a shot he wasn't trying to make. And that stood with me because you don't shoot it to miss, but that doesn't mean it's a good shot.
Right.
Efficiency. I mean, that's an area where Walker has improved. No need to force it. Keep your eyes up. Make the right basketball play.
Here's Simons. He's got 5. Powell's got room. And it falls over the rim and in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in work.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for Powell. The NBA being so much about entertainment, Kenny. If you had to choose the best showman in the league, who would you pick?
Ooh, the best showman.
With style and charisma.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, he'd be right up there, wouldn't he?
LeBron is a showman, but Steph is, I think, the top of the league. Giannis is a showman, but he's by grit, Harden, and maybe someday Zion.
I would go with that as well. The one thing that, the one reason that I have a little concern with Steph is we haven't, those other, like LeBron doesn't have to have a great team. You know, he can make a team great. That's the one difference with him. I think Giannis can do that.
He made that team great before Kevin Durant got there.
No. Well, he's playing with a few other Hall of Famers. My point is, if you put him out there with guys who weren't all-star caliber players, that's my concern. And we've seen, I'm with you, Giannis has done that, LeBron has done that. Steph's a showman in his current existence. And Luka, without a doubt.
All-time showman.
Look, Thompson's getting after it. A highly skilled offensive rebounder crashes with power.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Kanter wide open. He shoots. No good on the quick three.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Portland with the ball. Tristan Thompson getting it to go from deep. Stolen by Thompson. Over in the corner, Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Trailblazers trail by 13. Knocks it loose and stolen by Fournier. Fires from 18. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Kenny, you played alongside some incredible clutch performers. Who would you give the ball to now for a game-deciding three?
Game-deciding three. Steph Curry's number one. Klay Thompson's number two. Ray Allen's retired, so I'll go with Trae Young.
Ooh, what about Dame Lillard?
I'm sorry. Dame Lillard, number three. And then Trae.
Say, wait, so Steph,
Klay,
Lillard, okay.
Game-winning three, not off the dribble.
I'm going to throw a wild card out there. Kawhi.
No.
Kawhi's hitting. Hey, Kevin wild. And I saw him hit one of the biggest threes.
Yeah, that's a wild card, though.
That's a wild card. I mean, hey, he hit a three to get to the final.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
And he was injured in that game and in those series.
Yeah, trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup it and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Celtics making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
Here's Simons. He's got 7. And a fast break now for the Celtics. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
We hear all these different terms about resting players, but Kenny, load management seems to be the one that is stuck. Is that something you wish was around, for instance, when you played?
Honestly, I probably didn't want it, but if I used it, I would have been a much better player, honestly. Because your body is at 170 pounds, 6'3", is not built to play 82 games in playoffs. It's not built for that. Your body's just not meant for that. So, yes, I might have been, Greg, I might have been in a couple All-Stars, man, I think, man. I could have done some things.
But wasn't there pride in players in playing 82 games?
And in all reality, the pride was in you had to work for that next contract. The dollars are such now that it's an investment for the team that they're trying to protect. So it means as much for them to make sure you're rested and ready to go, to Kenny's point, as it does to you.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
Fournier against McCollum.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that rebound.
Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
Pritchard gets the bucket. Pritchard's got 12 in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Simons. He has 7. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Cantor. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Fournier, that's for 2. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 6 points for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Portland moving the ball around. They get it again. It's good on the putback.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Got that one up quick.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Simons. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And that one's good, Wagner.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
McCollum against Fournier. Jones, no one around him. Cantor, the shot from the low post is good.
A true inside-outside player. We know Cantor can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer in.
Here's Pritchard. We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Celtics out in front, just dominating this one. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard's range, wow. He discusses with us his deep, deep shot.
When I'm training in the summer, before practice, after practice, pregame, these are the shots that I'm taking. And I think when you spend so much time doing it, it becomes a quality shot for you when you put the time in. And if it wasn't a comfortable shot and a shot that I felt like I could knock down comfortably, I wouldn't take it.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Celtics, we've got Evan Fournier, Mo Wagner out there with Ojala. Then it's Thompson, and it's Pritchard in at the point. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says, when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. The whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. Guys?
Strong story, DA, there. Thanks. That free throw good from Thompson. Well, the league continues to test out new rules. The coaches' challenge now, guys, extended from its one-year trial. What do you think about that, Kenny? You approve?
Well, coaches always had something to say about calls, so now they can take action to it. So, yeah, I think that it's needed once a game. But I also think if you get it right, you should keep being able to challenge multiple times. If you get it right, that means I could get another one. If I get that right, I could get another one. I shouldn't just stop.
What do you think, Greg?
I like that theory in terms of having more
get
than
a reward
one. If you
yeah.
earn it, and most coaches are still figuring out how to use it because more often than not, you don't want to use it early in the game, even if it's a significant play, because later in the game, as we all know, that last 2 minutes, if it's a close game, well, you do not want to lose because of the officials.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Here's Walker. And Thompson slams it home.
This is what Thompson wants every time. He wants to get near the rim and try to throw it down.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. And the Celtics also making a change. Smart's checked in. Fires it up. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And that's 13 points for Marcus Smart. And Lillard kicks to Powell. There's the feed to Cantor. Count that one as his seventh make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The shot's good from Fournier.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
The Trailblazers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. And a deep three from Lillard. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got 6.
Things are heating up beyond the arc. Lillard aggressive with his answer to the last one.
Walker the pass to Wagner. Shoots over Cantor. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
We talk about killer instinct all the time. He definitely has it. He's keeping his foot on the pedal here.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Boston also with the sub. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against Portland.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
And when they kept getting all those gifts, they took advantage. Turnovers don't mean anything unless you turn them into points.
Here is Lillard. Kemba Walker getting his 3 to go. Powell for 3. Here's Nurkic. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Fires from 18, and it's Boston with another.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set them up.
Trailblazers have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Anthony with the bucket.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
And the dunk by Tatum.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Williams with the block, and they'll keep possession, and it's good for 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Tatum drives in. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Trailblazers have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball. Here's Covington, and he drops it in from the low post. Covington's got his 2nd basket of the game.
This is why you can't afford to leave someone when Lillard has the ball.
Chalk up 2 there.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Walker's gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. Lillard outside. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter. It's Smart with the drive. And there it is for him.
Just too physical. Smart, shedding the defense and finishing strong.
The Trailblazers shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. To the inside. Powell, that's good.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Here's Smart. The second chance effort. Shot's good by Williams.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Williams has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Brown, he's checked in for Boston.
Substitution for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown.
Here's Lillard. He's coming off a 28-point game against Boston.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. He didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
Here's Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
You know that 7'5" wingspan, the great hops, that's been there. But Williams' ability to put the ball on the floor and create for himself, that's something new.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, but the fact they came so close, you got to admit it's impressive. I mean, most teams on an off night like that wouldn't have been anywhere near the lead.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball after the basket by Boston. Three-pointer, Lillard, and another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Boston leading by 23. Here's Smart. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 assists.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Lillard fires away from way outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Smart, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Smart's got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Knocked away. Stolen by Smart. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. And the dunk by Tatum.
That's just elite defense by Smart, seizing the opportunity and taking it the other way.
Now Lillard, 14 points for him. There's the triple. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Boston's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Shots good by Walker.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Over in the corner, Lillard. Portland again missing. Boston dictating the flow. Tatum with it. Now Anthony defending. Here's Brown, and Brown throws it down hard.
Oh, impressive ball handling from Tatum. I mean, attracts the other team's focus and then finds the open man.
Pass to Powell. Outside Anthony. They need this. Kept alive.
And the shooting has really been there for him today. but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Tatum's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The offensive rebound. Williams with the block. Inside. Here's Smart. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Smart's got 19 points.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his passing.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for Anthony, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Norman Powell. And for Portland, they're shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Here's McCollum. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. McCollum's got 18 points in the game.
Things are going McCollum's way tonight. When he gets on a roll, the points accumulate quickly.
Pritchard, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Celtics have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Jones with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Lillard outside. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's Pritchard. And the layup falls. He's got 16.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
One of the most respected leaders in the game. Damian Lillard is a class act whether his team is winning or losing.
The three. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brown with it. Lillard picks him up. Here's Tatum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Enes Kanter. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. 6th in rebounding, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. And that one falls for Tatum. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Trailblazers shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. Here's McCollum. No good on that one. Good D by Thompson. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. And that's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them.
The jumper looking better over time, and when Brown shoots with confidence, it helps make him sharper.
And the shot is good. McCollum's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. We've got 1:55 left in the first half, and there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Playoff seeding so important here. Let's have a look out west. You look at Portland. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the years gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
But there are still some very strong teams above them. So, yes, they are contenders, but I wouldn't call them favorites just yet. And that would have been a big 3 if he drained it, answering back for the triple at the other end.
Simons, the pass to Jones. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Kicks it out to McCollum. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And what about our special guest? Kenny, thanks for taking the time to join us, dropping by. Always a pleasure. You add so much to the broadcast.
Man, thanks for having me. This is just great.
Thank you. And C-Web, what can you say? Kenny Smith never one to pull any punches when he's talking about basketball. Or anything, for that matter.
Yeah, definitely. And he was such an integral piece to those Hakeem Olajuwon championship teams there in Houston.
Now here's McCollum, following the shot by Tristan Thompson. Here's Cantor, fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
And the Celtics making a change here. Wagner's checked in.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Cantor, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents. And I think his teammates like that.
Now here's Brown. He picked up 24 points in their last win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
The body and agility, rare, considering Brown's size. That's why he's always been such an intriguing prospect.
McCollum against Brown, 18 feet out. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Boston's gotten hot from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Thompson. Brown's got 18 points in the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Portland again missing. Wagner with it. Working on Nurkic. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrating that he can be an anchor on the defense.
McCollum outside. Looking to end the run.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
And so it's Boston, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. Or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And joining us once again after his valiant attempt at live action analysis, it's Kenny Smith.
Welcome back, Kenny.
What are you laughing at?
How you think it went, Kenny?
Oh, it was fun, man. It went great, man. What do you guys think?
Good for you. I mean, if you're happy, we're happy for you, bud.
Yeah, it's good. It was good, man. They
awesome.
loved me.
It really was. It was really awesome, wasn't it, Shaq?
Ernie, remember when he...
Oh, no, Kenny, you were great. Really, you were spectacular. Well, I never heard anything. I've never heard anything like it. Really. I mean that in a really nice way. It was awesome. Man, was it tremendous. No, I think I'll never hear anything like that again in the history of broadcasting.
Kenny, you were so good.
Haters.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with.
He can go inside, he can shoot it, he can dominate on the fast break. And tonight, Brown is doing it all.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Now here's McCollum. Down low. Powell. That's good. Powell's got 4 points this quarter.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Shot's good by Walker.
You love how Walker just attacks the opening, feasting on any lane that D gives him.
Lillard outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 8th assist in the game. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Nice shot by Smart. Smart's got 21 in the game.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Tries again. Williams trying to break free. And Cantor with the lay-in. Good. He's got 19.
And once Cantor finds himself, he stays aggressive. I like how much he's looking to score right now.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
For Boston, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers.
One shot.
And the speed of Walker, I mean, it's sensational. He can switch gears and an active player on both ends.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And a deep three from Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
The basket looks as big as the ocean right now. I mean, that's how easy he's making it look.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
And here's McCollum for 3. And another 3 for Portland.
Got to be aware of McCollum. I mean, he's a competitor. And look, he looks for revenge in these situations.
Walker. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Lillard from deep three-point land. Rebounded by Smart. The Celtics have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Kev, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis, but Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation.
Oh, he delivers that with force.
I cannot believe that. I'm never afraid to get a little fancy with it. Covington's leaping ability allows him to pull off insane dunks.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. McCollum passes to Lillard. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Well, Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Damian can score whenever he wants to, but this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Shot's good by Walker.
That's a tough shot, but Walker doesn't even flinch. Drains it right in his face.
Tatum against Lillard. Here's Covington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Covington's got 11. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Offensive rebound. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. He has 7.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Misses the 3. Boston shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Williams, that's for 2. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
This is great to see. Williams shooting with confidence, wanting to add to his game.
Here's Anthony. And that one drops.
Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show for it.
Anthony's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Pulls up on the wing. Walker's shot is off.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Lillard with no one around. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 14 points here in the second half.
And after a sensational first half from beyond the arc, he's not slowing down here in the second. That's his 3rd three-pointer since halftime.
And here is Anthony. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Covington. Lillard outside. And another 3 for Portland.
Oh, my word. This is a shooting exhibition. A 3-point barrage for him.
And it's Walker penetrating. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You can't shake Walker. He's just a master at cashing in on these and-one opportunities.
Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
Shots good by Walker.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Lillard way outside. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Jones is checked in, and the Celtics making a change here. Here's Lillard. 37 points for him. To the middle. Here's McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 8th assist in the game. Boston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Pritchard. And again, Boston with the triple.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Anthony up on top. Over Thompson. Three-pointer, Lillard. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Boston's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Got that bucket in no time at all. Pritchard's got 22 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
For Portland, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Hard to believe Lillard missed out on a couple of all-star selections. I mean, in seasons where he averaged over 25 points a game.
Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Simons surveying the D. Clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound Boston. Thompson outside. Shoots over Covington. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Thompson's got 15.
And look, he's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate, McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Outside Fournier. Over McCollum, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
McCollum outside. Pass to Anthony. Back to McCollum. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. McCollum's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
To the paint. Anthony with the bucket. 11 points in the game.
That's what they're looking for. They need him to take on a bigger role this game.
Goes up on the wing, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. A challenging stretch here for Portland. Now the pass to Carmelo. Got a piece of it.
Oh, how about the physical abilities of Wagner? I mean, they make him a potent defender. He mercilessly denies the shot.
Here's Pritchard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Robert Covington picks one up. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Celtics also changing it up. Williams, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Shemi Ojeleye. Both shots good from the stripe.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Here's Simons. He has 7.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the time.
A nice shot by Simons.
No, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Here's Pritchard. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Pritchard's got 12 points here in the second half. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. Here's Anthony. Nice D from Williams. Boston's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. And it's Brown missing. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Kicks it to Kanter to the inside. Here's Jones. Back to Kanter. And Jones has it in the corner. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Yeah, second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
And Portland making a change here. Nurkic just checked in. Celtics leading by 22. Here's Fournier, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Fournier's got 6 here in this quarter.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
A 3 from McCollum, and again it's the Trailblazers from deep.
But too bad his scoring hasn't been contagious. I mean, they'd be in much better shape if a few of their other guys could pick up some slack.
Here's Fournier, and it's Boston with another. 23 seconds left to play in the third.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. And want to close this quarter with momentum. Oh, he's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself, though.
Yep, that one goes. Here's McCollum. He has 38 in the game. Passes to Simons. 4 seconds left. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Simons has got 14 points.
Look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Kemba Walker firing on all cylinders for Boston. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Right back after this break. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Now, as we add stops and add scores, don't let the little things get us off kilter, okay? Play with poise. Let's go.
Well, he's clearly, Greg, trying to keep his team on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, really challenging his guys right now, encouraging them to just stay focused on the task at hand.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Round the small floor with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Fournier out there with Marcus Smart. And it's Williams at the 5, down low. Here's Fournier. He trains the quick shot. Fournier's got 10 points here in the second half.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Here's Powell. Shoots over Fournier. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Evan Fournier. If you look at last year's all-defensive first-teamers, 4 out of 5 of those guys were 6'10 or taller. Clearly, size is an advantage.
Yeah, size or at least length. I mean, long arms, with that comes block steals and deflections. As long as you can move your feet, though, bigger is better.
First one falls for him. Lillard's checked in for Derek Jones. Walker's checked in for the Celtics. That one falls, so he hits both of them. So it's the Celtics now. It's an 18-point lead. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Walker's got 33 points.
And then Walker gets it going. He's tenacious. Feels like he could take on anyone.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by the Celtics. Williams has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Tatum, that's for 2. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 11 rebounds in the game. And the dunk by Powell.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Celtics leading by 18. Here's Smart. Tatum trying to break free. Nice shot by Smart. Smart's got 26. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Now Lillard. Chris, you had some great battles with those guys in the 2020 Hall of Fame class, like Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, and Kevin Garnett. I know you're going to join them in Springfield in the Hall of Fame soon as well.
Well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. It was an honor playing against these guys. You know, when you think about Kobe and the Mamba mentality, as a friend, you just missed that competitive spirit, and it was an honor to call him an opponent and a friend. Tim Duncan, you had to be prepared when you went up against him and his great Spurs team. And same with Kevin Garnett, just energy and passion, and one of my favorite players of all time. So it was an honor playing against them and an honor to call them friends.
Boston on D. McCollum outside. Here's Powell. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. Tatum drives in, and that one drops for him.
Tatum is lanky. I mean, long. I mean, you think you got him defended. He ends up getting to the foul line.
And when talking about Tatum, it's hard not to think back to 2017 when Danny Ainge traded back to 3, essentially choosing him over Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, and now Fultz is starting to pick it up a little bit, though. Watch him. He's going to be dynamic. But you're right. Certain deals can define a franchise. And Ainge, he's unafraid to take chances.
And that one falls for Tatum. Chris, you played for 5 different teams in your career and a number of different coaches. As you look back, what percentage of great coaching is X's and O's? And what percentage is just inspiring your players and getting them motivated?
X's and O's are probably the most important. You need a coach that can adapt his system to the players on his team, to the teams that are coming up, that can adjust in coaching style. And so I definitely think as far as that, the coaching, the skill set, and the play calling is definitely important. And I think motivation has a part to play as well.
That's good from Cantor. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Smart. And again, Boston with the triple.
Showing his range. Smart spacing the floor.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Over Smart. McCollum, no good. Celtics leading by 23. Here's Tatum. And it's good off the back rim and in. Tatum's got 27 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Brown, good.
Oh, the never quit attitude of Brown. Outstanding at remaining engaged and keeping plays going.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And this next draft, Chris, expected to be the last year of the one-and-done rule. Do you approve of the league once again letting high schoolers be drafted?
Well, yeah, I think if we're finally catching back up with the world, if a man can do the various things that you could do after turning 18, why wouldn't you be allowed to go to a job and make money for your family? So, yeah, I definitely think it's the right thing to do.
So both teams making some changes here. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Inside, there's Hollis Jefferson, and it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. The Trailblazers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Lillard outside. Three-pointer, cans it from downtown. Lillard's got 44.
You better play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
And that one, good.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
From outside, off the mark.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And when rookies come in, there's a lot to learn, especially managing money. And Chris, the league is trying to help players manage those large salaries.
Well, players have great resources now that are available to them, and so it's great that the league has lended a hand and said, hey, if you need any help, don't be afraid to reach out.
I need racks on. Stay in the east, but I move through the west. King on the talk, got it with your chest. I've been around in the cloud and neglect. I made a sound that was mine from the get. How long down, man, as long as I get. I'm from the side with a time never rest. Move through the side like it's mine to protect it. Do it for the side, I'ma rise and direct it. Yeah. On me trying to get my dough. Wrist don't freeze, but the time not slow. They love to talk on the way I glow. Yeah. Hustle on, that's all I know. Made it on mine, and that's all I know. Way too next to the top I go. I do what I want to. Yeah. I go out and I do what I want to. On the run through, I'ma need my funds too. I'm the one, they all know it when I come through. This, that's all, stay, never match a song. Racks on racks. Yeah. How can I lax? How can I lax? Second I move.
And in center, Robert Covington. Norman Powell.
Now, here's Neesmith. He's guarded close. No good. Shot missing. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And it's McCollum in the corner. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got 48.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Wasted no time on that one. Powell with it. Up top, Covington. He's guarded by Williams. Count it. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And we're seeing the very best of Lillard tonight. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife of an offensive player. I mean, he's got a tool for every job. Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And another one falls.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Free throw good. McCollum.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Edwards. That's good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Outside, Covington. Lillard has the open look. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Lillard's got 48.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Boston leading by 20. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player, can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
It's McCollum with the drive. And McCollum with the slam.
Don't let McCollum's burst catch you off guard. He's more than capable of elevating off the drive.
Here's Edwards. That one off the back iron and out. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And the basket by McCollum.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Trailblazers trail by 19. Here's Lillard. And again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's Edwards. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. The Trailblazers rebound.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Boston leading by 14. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Here's Williams. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Showing that aggressive nature. Williams competes hard, doesn't back down, and he'll let his opponent know he's not afraid of the contact.
The shot's good from Cantor.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
And he's gotten to his spots and capitalized. He just needs a little more help from his teammates.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
McCollum, no good.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
That one goes. Count it.
A young, fine player with fine-tuned skills. I mean, Brown's more than comfortable creating some offense for himself.
To the middle. The shot by Powell, no good. Boston shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. Brown, good.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
Powell for three. A three-pointer is right on target. Powell's got 11 in the second half.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, that's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of clawing back into this.
From 17 feet out, he can't hit that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. The pull-up. Here's Lillard. And another one.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Now, here's Covington. The three from McCollum. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, he's a great presence to have near the bucket. Cantor's going to go after every rebound. And when he gets his hands on that, that's what happens.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
McCollum, no good. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. 13-point lead. Drops one in from the wing. Walker's got 6 in the quarter.
Now that's a nice use of the pull-up J from Walker. Catching the D flat-footed and capitalizing on an easy opportunity.
Lillard from outside gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Shot's good by Walker. And for Portland, they're shooting 66% right now. This offense getting everything they want out there. Three-pointer, Lillard. And Boston with the rebound. Williams has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Shoots over Cantor. A shot by Williams, no good. Trailblazers trail by 14. Down low. And Cantor throws it down.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Walker against Lillard. Good on the bucket.
And you gotta love how Walker gets going from there. His jump shot is just gorgeous.
Here's Lillard. Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way! Lillard is a phenomenal ball handler. Terrific at getting to wherever he wants to go.
McCollum against Smart. Tries it from 9. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Celtics.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kemba Walker.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Here's Brown. Here's Williams. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And the Celtics lead by 16.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The three. Rebound by Williams. And the turnover again by Boston. And here are the Trailblazers now. They trail by 14. Giles. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Nesmith. Out to the wing. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.